you're probably doing that Hollywood thing where everybody else is just there for you.
Unbelievable. That's the only word that comes to mind when you first hear about the twisted feuds swirling around Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni, and the rest of the Hollywood juggernauts caught in this storm. For months, rumors have raced through fan circles, hinting at a legal battle so outrageous it puts your favorite courtroom dramas to shame. And here's the kicker. Mark Ruffalo, the usually mild-mannered star, has kicked the hornet's nest, pointing fingers and making comments no one saw coming. Even Robert Downey Jr. and Samuel L. Jackson have weighed in. Yes, the Marvel legends themselves, accusing Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively of an underhanded manipulative scheme involving Deadpool.
Very terrifying, scary way. Basically fantasizing about Justin Baldoni.
If you think you've heard it all, buckle up, because this meltdown is just getting started. So, what are we dealing with here? A couple of A-list sweethearts turned alleged con artists, or a twisted rumor mill running wild on flimsy accusations? From the outside, we see glamorous red carpet photos and comedic Twitter banter. But behind closed doors, if the speculation is true, we have shady deals, furious voice messages, and unstoppable egos colliding. The spark that allegedly ignited the entire feud, a cryptic message apparently sent by Blake Lively. Some say it was a snarky email, while others insist it was a borderline threatening voicemail too. Justin Baldoni
is reflecting on the past year since the release of his movie, It Ends With Us.
I had a intense year. This morning I sent a text message.
According to leaked whispers, that message rattled Baldoni so much, he immediately contacted his legal team. People close to the situation claimed it was a direct attempt to undermine Baldoni's own film projects, painting it as a classic case of a star leveraging her connections to stifle competition. But why? Why would Blake, typically seen as the charming, down-to-earth actress, ever target Justin Baldoni? Rumor has it, Justin was working on a passion project that threatened to overshadow some of Ryan and Blake's upcoming ventures.
Did Ryan Reynolds ditch Blake Lively at the premiere of Another Simple Favor to save his own career?
The rumor mill lit up with talk that Blake wanted to elbow out any competition and hold on to the spotlight for as long as possible. Outrageous, possibly, but the seriousness of Justin's response immediately arming himself with a legal strategy suggests there was more to it than a petty spat. Behind the scenes, insiders whispered about a meltdown. Demands were thrown around, furious text messages flew back and forth, and at least one A-list confidant was convinced the whole thing would explode within days.
Justin Baldoni unleashing the never-before-seen image on his explosive new website. Inside, he claims Blake skipped out on a meeting with an intimacy coordinator before filming.
This is going to get ugly. An unnamed source allegedly said, little did they know it would morph into a catastrophic showdown still unraveling right before our eyes. And as intense as that sounds, it wasn't even the biggest bombshell. Just when you thought you'd heard all the drama, in comes Mark Ruffalo. Cool, friendly, always down-to-earth Mark, delivering a mouthful that has everyone talking. If there's one guy in Hollywood you expect to keep things calm, it's Ruffalo. Yet apparently, even he couldn't stay silent. He reportedly chimed in during an impromptu conversation, presumably at a private gathering, where he hinted that the legal battle between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni was only the tip of the iceberg.
The legal battle involving the co-stars of It Ends With Us now in full swing, with 2 explosive lawsuits filed on New Year's Eve.
Why is the famously mellow Hulk star stepping into the ring? Word on the street is that Mark himself had front row seats to some shady interactions on set, when Blake allegedly meddled in negotiations or went behind people's backs to get her way. Is it far-fetched? Possibly. But the fact that Mark is rumored to be raising eyebrows at her tactics, and, by extension, at Ryan Reynolds says a lot. What kind of stunts did he witness? The details are fuzzy, but speculation suggests Mark learned about an incident where certain cameo appearances were scrapped at the last minute thanks to behind-the-scenes manipulations.
Old footage revealing that yes, her secret plan is to always take control of the movies and lie to the directors to get it.
Maybe an enraged phone call or two made the rounds, and allegedly all roads lead to Blake, with Justin Baldoni caught in the crossfire. But if you thought Mark's perspective was shocking, just wait until you hear about the next Marvel heavyweights entering the fray, Robert Downey Jr. and Samuel L. Jackson. 2 colossal figures in the Marvel Universe have reportedly been throwing around serious allegations about Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. Rumor has it they've been venting behind closed doors about how Deadpool's success gave Ryan and Blake a massive ego boost. emboldening them to manipulate industry heavyweights to secure bigger and better deals. And these aren't casual accusations.
It's really interesting. A lot of them are just not looking at him at all, even though he's standing in front.
We're talking about Iron Man and Nick Fury themselves, people who usually have bigger fish to fry than petty Hollywood squabbles. So, for them to lend their voices to rumors about a Deadpool scam is major. According to behind-the-scenes chatter, the scamming talk centers on alleged attempts to funnel creative control away from Marvel's official channels, giving Ryan far more influence over production budgets, marketing angles, and cameo appearances. But here's where it gets even spicier. People are saying Blake was the real puppet master in the wings, encouraging Ryan to push the boundaries and test Marvel's patience.
For you that we have from Variety laying out what's happening here. Justin Baldoni, the actor, is now suing Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds.
Alleged blow-up occurred when Samuel L. Jackson discovered last-minute changes in a script draft that apparently favored Ryan's comedic bits, overshadowing other cast members' roles. This might sound trivial, but in a billion-dollar franchise, it can ignite massive resentment. Were these two truly scammed, or did they simply feel overshadowed by the Merc with the mouth mania? Hard to say, but one thing is certain. RDJ and Jackson publicly voicing their discontent has added a fresh wave of drama to an already blazing inferno. And if you think that's a bombshell, just wait. There are rumors of actual meltdown moments bigger than anything we've seen so far.
Comedian speaks out in a December 23rd statement shared with Today, which reads, "As Blake Lively's castmate and friend, I voice my support as she takes action against those reported to have planned."
You want meltdown moments? Buckle up. The talk of Tinseltown is that private voicemails exist, explosive recordings that could blow this entire fiasco wide open. Some claim these audio clips reveal Blake and Ryan's behind-closed-doors strategy to undercut certain Marvel negotiations, effectively hogging the Deadpool spotlight. Others say Justin Baldoni, fed up with the entire situation, recorded a furious confrontation accusing the couple of maneuvering deals under the table to freeze him out of vital cinematic opportunities. Insiders suggest that at least one meltdown took place on a busy LA street, with shouting so loud it turned heads from blocks away. A stunned eyewitness recalled something along the lines of, "He lost it," screaming about betrayal and entitlement. Whether it was Baldoni or Ryan depends on who you ask. The one certainty is that tempers flared so high, security had to intervene before things got uglier. These meltdown tales aren't just random hearsay, they're fueling talk about bombshell evidence that could emerge in court. Allegedly, Justin's legal team has compiled a trove of suspicious text messages, scheduling oddities, and yes, those explosive voice recordings. The hush-hush rumor is that these tapes capture Blake candidly laughing about how easy it is to manipulate certain studio executives. If that's real, and if it surfaces in legal proceedings, we might be looking at a scandal that dwarfs anything from the usual celebrity cap. But how does this tie back to the so-called Deadpool scam? Strap in, because this is where the real fireworks begin. According to swirling speculation, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively orchestrated a multi-layered strategy that began innocently enough, with Ryan using his charm to pitch a distinct comedic take on Deadpool, wowing Marvel execs with the promise of a fresh spin on the superhero genre. Fans know how that turned out. Deadpool soared, and Ryan became a crown jewel in Marvel's extended family.
I call him a sociopath. I mean, I think that he wants to win no matter what. He was willing to do whatever it takes to.
But behind that success, rumor has it there was a labyrinth of manipulations. Some insist Blake had insider information from her own industry connections, allowing the duo to negotiate clauses that severely limited Marvel's control over certain aspects of Deadpool's marketing and cameo choices. Supposedly, they framed it as a request for creative freedom, but if the rumors are true, it effectively secured Ryan a seat at the big kids table for every major creative decision. At first, that might not sound like a scam, but consider the possibility that by doing this, Ryan and Blake cut out other players, directors, writers, and yes, even other Marvel heroes from having a fair shake in shaping the Deadpool universe. The allegations go so far as to claim that even cameo paychecks were skewed, with some performers shortchanged while Ryan raked in massive bonuses. Could the studio really have been blindsided by two cunning stars? Marvel isn't exactly a lightweight when it comes to contract negotiations, so the idea might seem far-fetched, but remember, these rumors are swirling from multiple directions, with Ruffalo, RDJ, and Samuel L. Jackson each adding fuel to the fire that something about the Deadpool arrangement was fishy. And if we think we've already reached peak insanity, Justin Baldoni's next move might raise the stakes even higher. All signs point to one conclusion: Justin has had enough. Quiet buzz suggests he's working on a legal strategy aimed at exposing every underhanded move Ryan and Blake allegedly pulled, both in the Deadpool domain and against him personally. Some say his lawyers have uncovered a paper trail of suspicious financial handoffs, questionable marketing budgets, and last-minute script edits that effectively sabotaged any competitor threatening Ryan's shining star.
Ryan Reynolds is backing his wife Blake Lively 100%, but his claims on Justin Baldoni are being proved false, where Justin Baldoni just exposed him.